Are we up? All right. We're up. Welcome, everybody. Well, hold on. Wait. I'll give you the cue in just a second. Let me just do a couple quick housekeeping things. So those folks that are outside, if you want to go ahead and move as close to the doors, if you can't find a seat indoors, we'd appreciate that. Or there's also a viewing monitor outside, and you can certainly take a seat out there. We're going to go ahead and get started. So first of all, here's your cue. Welcome to Demo Day 2021. All right. This is going to be fun. I mean, when's the last time you've been in front of a crowd? It's been a little while. My name is John Townsend. I'm the Executive Director of the Cal Poly Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And I'm really pleased to be the person that gets to kick off this year's Summer Accelerator Demo Day. I think you're going to really enjoy what you see. The one thing I do know, having done this a few years, is you're not here to see me, so we're going to move through it fairly quickly, and we're going to give you a chance to meet our 9 teams that are going to be pitching tonight. But before we get started, I want to recognize everybody who's here. We've got a sellout crowd at Slow Brew Rock, and thank you, Slow Brew Rock, for hosting us today. Appreciate that. The one thing that's surprising me so far is their beer is excellent, and there was a longer line at the booth than the beer bar. So I have a feeling that may change here as we get a little closer to the end of the show. We also are live streaming over the CIE YouTube channel. So for all of those who are out there in internet land, welcome. Thank you for being here. Just to let you know, so you don't report us, everybody that's in the audience has a mask. The only people who don't are those upstage. So we're being very COVID compliant. So I want to recognize a number of folks that support us throughout this program. And without it, we really couldn't do what we do. But I want to start off by talking a little bit about the 9 teams that showed up in June to start this 13-week journey that culminates tonight in the Summer Accelerator program. It's only a way stop on their startup journey. We fully intend they're going to continue on and be like you saw in some of the videos, some of our successful startup companies. But this group showed up and they were ready to go. They were happy to be in person. They were very appreciative of being able to work together at our hot house downtown. What was really interesting was to see the interpersonal dynamics of realizing that their teammates that they've been working with over Zoom for 18 months were not really 4 inches tall. They were actually about 6 feet and above. And there was a lot of this discovery like, wow, I didn't realize you were that tall. But every one of them brought a ton of energy, a ton of respect, and a lot of appreciation, and they worked very hard throughout the 13 weeks. I think you're really going to see the results of all their hard work. This group, as has many of our cohorts, represent students across all 6 of our colleges at Cal Poly University. It is predominantly women-led. The majority of teams are women-led. There you go. There you go. And I believe that they are literally at a way stop on their continuing journey to start up their companies. And so we do have the 9 booths out in the back, and after we go through the pitches, we would like you to go ahead and follow up with some of those that you hear pitching on stage to learn a little bit more about what they're doing. Most of them have an ask. A lot of times it's not funding. A lot of times it's support, networking, expertise. So please, we'd encourage you to go back out and talk with them at the end of the show. So this is a great program. It really is the culmination of what we do at Cal Poly in the entrepreneurship program. And one of our jobs is not only to support the students at Cal Poly, but also to support really creating economic development throughout our community. So we want these companies to launch. We want them to be successful. We want them to stay in San Luis Obispo so you don't have to leave like you did when I graduated, and create the kind of jobs that we really hope to have in our community. So that's one of the things that we're really aiming to do. So we can't do this without help from a lot of folks. And I'm going to go over that in just a minute, but let me give you kind of the rundown of what we're going to do tonight. So after I do a little bit of welcome, I'm going to introduce Jose Hutron, who runs our student innovation programs. He's going to be introducing all the teams. The teams are going to pitch in 2 segments. We have 5 teams going first, 8 minutes each, quick 10-minute intermission. I challenge everybody to get a beverage and back in their seat in that short period of time, so start thinking about what you want. And then we're going to follow up with the last 4 teams. Then we're going to wrap up, and there'll be networking and time to spend with the teams back out at the booth afterwards. So this is the lineup. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce Matt Bresnahan, a partner with Wilson Sonsini. Wilson Sonsini is one of the preeminent law firms in the startup space, and they have a lot of successful clients that they've worked with over the years. Matt has personally been working with us for over 4 years, and Wilson Sonsini has hosted this event for more than half of the 11 years that we've really hosted the event. So I'm going to turn it over to Matt and say a few words, and then I'll get back up here with you in just a moment.
Great. Thanks, John. Thanks so much, and welcome, everyone. As John mentioned, my name is Matt Bresnahan. I'm with a law firm, Wilson Sonsini, where I've spent my entire career, the last 15 years, as a patent attorney. 2004 graduate from Cal Poly in the biochemistry program, so thrilled to be back on behalf of the firm and personally. Just a couple of points I've mentioned before, just how much respect I have for Cal Poly's programs and the motto that they have of learn by doing. Personally helped me tremendously as an undergrad to leave Cal Poly and to compete with PhD level scientists as a biochemist. And at the time when I graduated in 2004, we didn't have this program. We didn't have CIE. We didn't have the Summer Accelerator, certainly not Demo Day. So I can't imagine a better way to really represent the motto of Cal Poly than this event. So thrilled to be back and to support it. Point number one I wanted to make. And second is just how incredibly supportive this community is in San Luis Obispo to support entrepreneurs. For the last 15 years, that's what I've done as a lawyer, is to help companies get started and ultimately finance and exited is the goal. And this is a great environment for that to happen. And that's from my personal experience here. This last Saturday was 20th anniversary of 9/11, and I was here then. And I remember how supportive this community was then, and I can't imagine a better community to continue to hatch new companies than San Luis Obispo. So great to be back, and congratulations to all the competitors today.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Thanks again to Wilson Sonsini for sponsoring our event this year. I'm going to go over a couple quick slides with some others that support us, and then we'll hand it over to Jose and get the pitch session started. But we have a lot of members of the community that support us, and this is our list of corporate Founder Circle members. You can see a lot of companies up here that make a lot of sense to support a startup community, and a lot of them have been with us from the very onset of the program 11 years ago, so we really appreciate their support and thank them for continuing to do so. This is a bit of an eye chart, but believe me, every name on this slide is very important to us. These are the folks that support us financially and have since the very first check that was written 11 years ago when we launched the entrepreneurship program at Cal Poly. And a lot of these folks not only support us with their financial contribution, but also with their time and their talent. So we get a lot of help from this group, and we very much appreciate it. A lot of you are here in the audience, and I thank you very much for being here and for your continued support. And then finally, as Matt said, we do have a heck of a startup community here in the Central Coast, and our best days are really ahead of us, I can tell you that. And we do get a lot of great support from our leaders in the government sector, not only the city of San Luis Obispo, the county of San Luis Obispo, and also from the Cal Poly University, all generous supporters of our program, and without which we wouldn't be able to really create the ecosystem we do and create the companies that we're trying to launch here and keep here in San Luis Obispo. So with that, I'm going to bring up Jose Hutron, who is our Director of Student Innovation Programs. He's also our tech lead. There we go. Hold on. I thought I was going to have to go to him for that one. But Jose runs our program, and it doesn't just start here on the 13th week of Summer Accelerator program. This really starts working with students 1 and 2 and sometimes 3 years ago in our on-campus hatchery, helping them find teammates, ideas, solutions, teaming them up with tech, with folks that can help them. And he runs the program through the summer and does a fantastic job. We're really lucky to have him. And Jose, thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Welcome to Demo Day 2021. Yes. Welcome to our live online audience. We welcome you to Demo Day. And I can't tell you, wow, it's been an awesome summer of learning, started building momentum, making things happen. It's awesome to be a part of a community who embraces action over inaction. And working with entrepreneurs and teams is something that I would not trade for the world. And we're super ecstatic to welcome you to Demo Day. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the founders, the entrepreneurs, and the teams. They're not just great teams, they're great people. So let's give them a round of applause as well. Thank you. And I know none of it would be possible without the supporters, the parents, the champions, the uncles, the aunts, and the people behind them. And so we give you a great round of applause and thank you as well for being in their corner. So our summer started with a lot of fun and customer focus on customer development, business modeling, what we call business model innovation, making things happen. But this group has just started hustling and making things happen. And you're going to hear from from our 9 teams today. But I also want to thank our mentors. The teams have received dedicated mentors, lead mentorship. I also want to thank our entrepreneurs and residents who were in the fires with them for pitch deck prep, and also all of our CIE supporters. So thank you for making all of this possible. Yeah. All right, and so you're going to hear from our 9 teams. And our first team today is a team led by Maddie Pollock and her co-founders, Gabrielle Pollock and Kate Lally, and Gabrielle, by the way, is her sister. And so this team is a trio who are excited to bring their childhood passion for creativity, innovation, imagination, and kids crafting to the masses. So let's hear it for Maddie Pollock and her team at Kit and Sis.
Hi, I'm Madeline. This is my twin sister Gabrielle and our childhood best friend Kate. Growing up, crafting with our dolls taught us that we have the ability to create something with our own hands. And in a generation full of technology and screen time, children are lacking the skills and benefits of hands-on crafting and innovation. Introducing Kit and Sis. What started as a childhood passion has grown into actual sales and revenue over the past 7 years. Since we were 13 years old, Kit and Sis has been providing creative opportunities for young girls to explore their imagination through hands-on crafting. Meet one of our customers, Julie. Julie's a busy working mom looking for independent and creative activities for her daughter. And this is Colleen. Colleen's a stay-at-home mom looking for hands-on experiences to share with her daughter. These moms turned to Kit and Sis for Dolly and me crafting. Kit and Sis provides creative experiences through our subscription craft kits and our live crafting events. Parents love our crafts because they strengthen children's motor skills as they work with tactile materials and learn new crafting techniques. Our crafts increase children's confidence as they overcome obstacles and learn it's okay to make mistakes. But most importantly, the act of crafting is a playful and engaging experience for these young girls. Over the past 7 years, we've grown our business entirely on our own while being full-time students. In that time, we've generated $60,000 in revenue, created a loyal following, and established demand for our products and services. And we are confident by taking Kit and Sis full-time, we will make an immediate impact on the industry. From summer camps, to birthday parties, holiday craft events, virtual events, and subscription boxes, our business has continued to grow with our customers and provide creative outlets for young girls. We are growing Kit and Sis to be the household name for childhood creativity. We are leveraging the success of our in-person and live events and expanding into retail product lines within the crafting and lifestyle industries and licensing our events. To bring our vision to life, we're currently focusing on our Kit and Sis subscription boxes, our partnership events, and our junior sister mentorship and ambassador program. Our Kit and Sis craft kits support children's creativity and are delivered directly to our customers' doorstep in a one-time and quarterly subscription model. Our craft kits keep our current customers engaged year-round while attracting and generating new customers. We launched our Kit and Sis craft kits in fall of 2020 and have sold over 200 boxes and are in over 8 states to date. In addition, in addition to our craft boxes, we are growing our awareness within the Bay Area and launching our live events into San Francisco. Our initial launch customers are the Westin St. Francis and the Olympic Club of San Francisco. This December, we are partnering with the Westin St. Francis and the Olympic Club to host their famous holiday crafting events. The success of our San Francisco events will not only grow our brand awareness within the Bay Area, but will allow us to understand which event model we will license in the future. And as we continue to grow our brand, we are committed to fostering a community of creative and confident young women. Kit and Sis would not be here today if it weren't for the creativity and confidence we gained as young crafters. In addition to providing creative opportunities for our campers, we are committed to providing outlets for our graduated campers to be a part of the Kit and Sis brand through our Junior Sister Mentorship and Ambassador Program. As a junior sister, our graduated campers gain firsthand paid work experience, learn how they can utilize their creativity towards their future career, gain mentorship from the three of us, and help to grow the Kit and Sis brand by being an ambassador. Our Junior Sister program is inspiring the next generation of female leaders and entrepreneurs. The market for Kit and Sis is promising. We're focusing on the Bay Area as our initial launch market. Looking at girls between the ages of 5 and 12 years old, we have a $100 million market opportunity. Once we capture the Bay Area, we're expanding out into all of California. Focusing on girls between the ages of 5 and 12 years old, we have a $600 million market opportunity. And finally, our total addressable market is the kids' craft industry, which generates $11 billion annually. In the next year, we're focused on growing our subscription boxes and our partnership events. We are using our subscription and craft boxes as a way to generate brand awareness and revenue. In August, we launched our signature craft box, and in October, the first box of our subscription series launches. In December, we're launching into San Francisco with our partnership events at the Westin St. Francis and the Olympic Club. Looking into 2022, we're partnering with local brands and businesses to grow our brand awareness, and we will be attending the Vegas Craft Expo and other crafting trade shows to connect with vendors within the industry. There is nothing like Kit and Sis on the market. Unlike our competitors, we are the only brand that delivers a creative and unique experience to our customers both at home and in person. Furthermore, there is nothing like our crafts sold in store. They are custom curated, highly dynamic, they strengthen children's motor skills, they are targeted towards girls and their dolls, and they inspire hours of creative playtime afterwards. In fact, our customers rave about how their children play with their creations month after month and wish every day was a Dolly and Me craft event. But most importantly, we're creating a supportive community for young girls to express and explore their imagination. For the past 7 years, we've been working with children and crafting. We are experts in this industry, and we know what our customers want because we were once them. Every event and craft we create is one that would have excited our childhood selves. And our team is complemented by our advisors, Mary O'Brien, who's previously worked for Yahoo, Microsoft, and Amazon, and is the founder of Nautilus Wooden Puzzles, Mike Wood, the CMO of Versa, and an industry expert in marketing and brand management, and the CEO of Olive & June, Sarah Gibson Tuttle. In addition, we're looking to add craft and toy industry experts to our team. But our team wouldn't be complete, and our business wouldn't be what it is today if it weren't for the love and support of our favorite interns, our moms, Tina and Lori. And we are the team to grow Kit and Sis. Over the past 7 years, we've generated $60,000 in revenue and have demonstrated consistent growth year after year. This past year, we did $11,000 in sales and will be able to quintuple that by the end of 2022. As we finish off our next 2 years of college, we're focused on growing our subscription boxes and our partnership events. Upon graduation, we'll have the capacity to launch our retail product line and our event licensing, as noted by the increase in 2024. We are asking for advisors within the toy and craft industry, future investors, customers, and connections. And although we're not ready to take on funding at this time, we'd love to connect with anybody who may be interested in investing in the future and wants to be a part of the Kit and Sis journey. And I know you all know some young girls out there looking for some extra creativity in their lives, so please spread the word and share about Kit and Sis. Lastly, come stop by at our booth and say hi, check out our craft kits, follow along with us on our journey at Kit and Sis on Instagram and at kitandsis.com. And we want to thank all of our campers who are watching today. It's been a joy being able to grow this business for you all. Thank you.
All right. Awesome job, Maddie. Good job, Kit and Sis. Excited for your potential. We know the sky is the limit, absolutely. Now, this next team you're going to meet, I can't tell you how many times on the way to the hatchery thinking I was going to be the first one in the door. They beat me on countless occasions. Nobody was going to beat Allie and Sam into the hatchery. And what started 2 years ago has translated into a passion for innovation and entrepreneurship. So you're going to hear from Alexandra Jolson and Sam Andrews, and they're going to introduce you to their innovative footwear technology. So let's hear it for Sam and Allie at Team Intego.
I'll take that. Thank you. Hello? Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Alexandra Jolson, and I'm the CEO and a co-founder of Intego Technology.
My name is Samuel Andrews, and I'm the COO and a co-founder of Intego Technology.
As an avid soccer player in high school, I would play competitively multiple times a week. Unfortunately, my favorite soccer cleats would only last me 3 months. Due to my competitive play, my cleats would break down, and I'd literally have to duct tape them back together. The continuous failure of my soccer cleats caused me so much frustration that I tried to invent a solution myself. I eventually formed a team, and we set out to determine how big this problem was. And we quickly learned that shoe failure went far beyond soccer. In reality, it impacted all categories of footwear. When we conducted our technical and customer research on this issue, the core problem that we discovered was delamination, which is the separation between the upper and the sole of a shoe. In fact, we learned that the failure of the bond between the upper and the sole is the #1 reason for shoe failure and has been identified as a leading reason for returns in the footwear industry. The current design of footwear on the market is clearly not supporting the consumer, forcing companies to manage dissatisfied customers, which can damage brand reputation and result in a loss of brand loyalty and sales.
But why does this happen? What actually causes shoes to fall apart? The simple answer is that the design of most footwear is severely flawed. There's a major weak point built in right in the area where a shoe experiences the most force. You see, when a manufacturer attaches a shoe sole to a shoe upper, they bond one flat plane to another flat plane. This, combined with the resulting shear forces of the pieces moving in opposite directions, leads the bond to fail over time, causing delamination. And this is why we invented our intersole technology. Our technology innovates upon the current state of the art and adjusts a shoe's design to prevent delamination. Utilizing 2 proprietary pieces which form together to create what we've named the intersole, this creates a space inside the shoe's upper, which allows for material to enter and then fill that space completely. The final result is a fully bonded system which interconnects shoe sole and upper, and where sole material exists, wherever delamination could occur. No more flat planes. When we recognized the potential of this concept, we immediately set out to validate, refine, and protect Intego's intersole technology. And to do this, we've actively and continuously worked with several of the footwear industry's key players. Through this, we've validated the novelty of the intersole design as well as confirmed its manufacturability and its integratability into the supply chain. We've filed a non-provisional utility patent and recently begun manufacturing our first samples through our partners in Germany. All this has taken us here. Let's talk results. I'm thrilled to announce that based on ongoing simulation analysis, we received initial confirmation that our technology will increase the maximum stress capacity and resulting lifetime of footwear by greater than 300%. And this has far-reaching impacts. For the consumer, we can create longer-lasting, more reliable footwear. For businesses, we can decrease returns and increase customer satisfaction. And because our design uses less material over time and eliminates the usage of industrial adhesives, which are the most toxic chemicals used in footwear, our design is better for the world as a whole.
So how are we going to position this? Recognizing the competitive advantage we can provide with our technology, our primary route to market will focus on licensing to footwear companies and footwear component suppliers. After finding success in licensing, we could potentially launch a niche brand to display and highlight our Intego Intersole technology. And if we're going to exit the business, we can consider exiting through the sale of our patent portfolio. As our technology requires the use of injection molding, Desma, the lead footwear mold maker worldwide, confirmed that 10% of the global footwear market is injection molded, resulting in a $36.5 billion serviceable available market that we could go after. To segment this down further, we plan on focusing our initial efforts on the industrial footwear market and the athletic footwear market. After meeting with industry experts from Desma, Vibram, New Balance, Hoka, and Brooks, we came to the conclusion that we should enter the market with the focus on the industrial footwear market, as they place an absolute focus on sustained durability as a competitive advantage. Within this market, we will target large-scale industrial footwear companies like Wolverine to maximize our revenue opportunities. With our focus on the industrial footwear market for the first 3 years, shown here are preliminary revenue projections for years 1 through 3. These projections are based off of the execution of a single licensing deal, with us receiving a $2 royalty per shoe sold. We are really excited about these preliminary projections, as we believe they show massive upside for Intego Technology as we execute future licensing deals and explore other categories of footwear to scale into.
Looking forward, our top priority is to continue with product development, as we plan to have our first fully manufactured products completed within 3 months. These will undergo extensive testing by independent third parties to confirm the results achieved during our durability simulation work. Our goal is to have our first licensing deal inked by the end of 2022. Looking at our plan to scale, as we plan to enter the market through the industrial footwear space, we can then focus on athletic footwear, as this market is shifting to adopt injection molding processes. If we can time the market, we can position ourselves to be easily adopted by many athletic footwear companies, and then scale further, as our technology and IP are applicable to almost any style of shoe.
As a team of full-time students, we've accomplished this all in just under 2 years. After studying the market, creating strategic partnerships, and attempting to solve this problem through 3 different methods and dozens of iterations to get where we are at today, we are ready to enter the market and continue to grow our company. And we know our plans are ambitious, but we are not in this alone. Supporting us with experience far beyond our own is a team of expert advisors who are key players in the footwear industry. These advisors have extensive experience through current ventures, licensing technologies, product development and manufacturing, IP protection, and executive leadership. These advisors form a backbone of support for us as we move forward into the future of our company. Today, we'll be asking for an investment of $195,000. This investment will allow us to achieve 2 major milestones. First, we will be able to complete our product testing and optimization, as well as file for international IP protection. And secondly, we will be able to execute our first licensing deal and have a clear line of sight into our second and third licensing deals. We are ready for immediate investment, as we are an established C corporation and have all of the necessary relationships in place to accomplish these key goals.
We are changing the way footwear is made.
Now, who's ready to invest? Thank you.
All right, Team Intego, shooting to great possibilities. Now, our next team is led by Elijah Williams, a Master's of Architecture student, who's launching a building technology company using spatial detection to speed up the process for architects to build as-built drawings. They're going to change the construction industry, and you're going to hear from Elijah on his vision for ARTIFEX. Let's give it up for Elijah Williams.
Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Elijah Williams, founder and CEO of ARTIFEX. We're here to change the way that construction professionals and architects not only see the world, but document it. We've been talking to architects here in the Central Coast and beyond and have discovered this fundamental problem. For an average 2,000 square foot house that requires a set of as-built drawings before a simple addition or renovation can be done, an architect spends about 2 hours on site measuring the project and up to 10 hours entering those same measurements into CAD. This is due to outdated systems that haven't been updated since the laser measurer was introduced in the late 80s. So these tools, a tape measure and a laser distance measure, are the only ways in which architects can interface with the built reality. This 10 hours is what we're here to change. This bottleneck is time-consuming for architects, as it can stop major high-value projects from moving forward. It's a low-revenue producer, as they can only bill a flat or very low rate for these basic services. It's prone to human error, requiring multiple site visits if a drawing or measurement is missed. And importantly, existing solutions fail to integrate. So there are high-end 3D scanners, but they fail and represent less than 1% market saturation in our survey of architects here in the Central Coast. But most importantly of all, architects hate doing these. They are not representative of all of the years of schooling and apprenticeship that they've gained in their careers up until this point, and yet even the most prestigious firms are stuck doing these as-built drawings. So, final point, architects want to design, not work on as-built drawings. Here's how we're fixing it. Introducing the AFX 10, the first tool custom-built to solve this problem for architects. And, if you give me a second, small enough to fit in your pocket and powerful enough to hold all of the drawings a firm needs for a year, a month, or 10 years. We do this by integrating small IMU and rotational sensors along with a micro-directional LiDAR sensor. These tools have wide adoption in other industries, but we're the first to bring it to architecture. Let me tell you how we do it. Architects show up on site with their typical tools, their typical workflow. We don't change any piece of the architect's traditional method because when we talk to architects, they're not willing to change it. That's why other solutions have been failures in this process. As they're taking these measurements, we log important metadata around the location and relative orientation and distances, aggregate that data, and produce, through our proprietary algorithms, custom floor plans based on the measurements that the architect took at that time. All three of these steps are custom built by us to deliver with our AFX 10 completely automated drawings. So this is a full suite opportunity to change the way architects think about drawing without, importantly, changing their workflow. We're starting here with architects in the Central Coast. We can be hands-on with our early sales and customer service, and this is largely representative of not only in California, but America nationally. These 8 firms in the San Luis Obispo area have taken part in our early alpha, getting design feedback and usability of the same device I showed you a second ago. These architects are the first of many who will participate in our beta in the fall, and it's been great to work with them, and we're learning immensely important things about what architects need from this tool. As our business persona, we can see Ryan Brockett, who runs a small firm here in the Central Coast. He has an incentive to increase drawing efficiency. He focuses on home renovations and additions, and suffers from this bottleneck due to the size of his firm specifically. Ryan's in the crowd somewhere. Hi, Ryan. Hey. Importantly, you might have heard of LiDAR for use in auto lane keep or adaptive cruise control. These are small sensors that are likely in the car that you drove here. We're using the same sensors as are in your car, whose prices have been driven down due to their widespread use. We're introducing those sensors to architecture, meaning this is the first time a product like this could be commercially viable, because the same sensor 5, 10 years ago would have cost you 10, 100x the price of what we're paying for them. Also, we're at the intersection of the LiDAR industry, which, as we know, is improving and growing in both the automotive and large-scale manufacturing sectors, and the ever-important here in California, home renovation and construction industry. Starting here in California, we see that there are more than 320,000 design professionals, which we've validated through our secondary and tertiary markets of contractors and interior designers. For those of you not familiar, the laser distance measure is an industry standard tool across everyone who deals with buildings. Your carpet installer uses it, your appraiser uses it. And the service that we're offering of drawing automation scales to those industries as well. We see that scale up nationally to more than 11 million customers and 200 million customers globally focusing in these arts. We can see the annual recurring revenue of more than 33 billion at the global scale and scaling down to 53. So this is a large scale opportunity. And importantly, we're doing all of this for a cost of $199. Previous versions that have offered automation start at $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. Because of the cost of sensors driving down, this price point is possible. We're offering the hardware with a SaaS subscription model that offers a scaling model based on the number of properties that architects use. This is based on our research for how different kinds of firms would use this kind of device. We can see in the revenue projection, as we scale up the number of units, we only end at 10,000 units, but the portion of those sales that are driven by SaaS increases, as this SaaS model that we're developing can be integrated with not only other sensors, but other applications completely. So these data science algorithms that we use on the data that we collect from the architects can be applied to self-driving, mining, and trucking as well. So any sort of LiDAR application can benefit from our low data solution. Importantly, we're extremely pleased to have already closed our alpha and interacted and gotten our early feedback from these architects. This is incredibly important for us going into our beta before the end of the year. We'll be doing a soft launch in summer of 2022, scaling up our manufacturing at 200 units, and a full launch in summer 2023 of 2,000 units. We've been hard at work at this project for years. This project grew out of my master's research and Master's of Science in Architecture, and I've been focusing on hardware development and technology. Jeffrey Rutledge has been our project lead for data science algorithms, and Anna Tosh has been our head of business development. We're really looking for mentors and people who want to get involved with this project at the early stage, but we have been supported already by a fantastic committee of outstanding industry leaders in a variety of sectors. In order to grow this team and meet our milestones for scaling, and we see the interest in the market, we're raising $300,000 in order to meet not only those hardware aspects, but the software aspects as well, so that we can grow that SaaS portion and apply our data science algorithms to other pieces. So we see that a super majority of that is made up of the software development. Our unit cost is quite low for the physical device. The money's in the data. Thank you guys very much. You can get in contact, artifex.tools. Thank you.
All right. Our next team, my own kids are super excited about. I have 2 boys, and they are fired up about this next team. You're going to hear from Sarah and Maddie with Team PowerMove, who are working on an immersive technology that's fun, exciting, that's focused on getting kids active. They're going to take it by storm. They're on a fast track to success. Let's hear it for Sarah and Maddie with Team PowerMove.
Hi, I'm Madison Lewandowski,
Hi, I'm Sarah Glazer.
and we are PowerMove, empowering all kids to move.
Every kid we've all ever met loves to play.
As a babysitter, the kids always ask me to make obstacle courses for them so they can compete and play with their siblings.
As a dance and fitness instructor, kids love when I give them the opportunity to play around with their own movement.
Through our cumulative experience of working with kids for 15 years, we've learned that when kids are together, they thrive in environments where they're able to play.
Despite this, 3 in every 4 kids do not get the recommended amount of exercise daily. Why is this?
Kids love to play, but when they go home, they stop playing and turn to sedentary screen time to fill this craving. The average kid spends 4 to 6 hours a day staring at a screen, and these mindless habits lead to detriments in their physical and mental health.
With this trajectory, by 2030, 60% of the US population will be classified as obese. Habits start young, which is why it is more important now than ever to change the mindsets kids have around exercise.
Now imagine a virtual fitness platform that kids see as play, but parents see as a frictionless way to increase their kids' daily exercise and improve their overall health.
Introducing PowerMove. We are creating immersive journeys that gets kids moving. By using their own bodies as controllers, kids become the heroes of thrilling stories. Kids get to play while simultaneously falling in love with exercise and gaining confidence.
And parents can get their kids to exercise without any resistance. It's a win-win solution for both parents and kids.
Using the webcam on any standard computer or tablet, our program utilizes motion tracking, which uses the player's body movements to control their stories. Many parents can skip out on the headache of needing to purchase any additional hardware.
With PowerMove, kids can have the playtime they want, and parents can ensure healthy children. But it's not just parents and kids who benefit from this. Teachers will also have the tools they need to meet their PE requirements. Our platform will host a variety of themed worlds that will each have a set of episodes where kids can follow along with the same characters and storyline while feeling empowered and like they're physically a part of the journey. This is 6-year-old Dylan playing a scene from our beta version where he's able to feel like the main character by hopping across a river to find a magic key that saves the world from an evil dragon.
Not only does Dylan love this, but so does his mom, because she has the ability to see his health statistics, view his progress, and be provided with a variety of healthy recipes, fitness suggestions, and other health tips.
Our platform also provides teachers with an effortless way for them to meet their 200 bi-weekly PE requirement. And teachers are able to do this by getting their students moving with the click of a button and easily documenting their health statistics.
With the release of our first world, we will offer a subscription model for parents that grants them access to the entire platform and health resources. We will also offer a subscription model for schools, and we know that parent-teacher associations, even from low-income schools, have substantial budgets for programs like ours.
What sets us apart from our competitors is that our platform is entirely hands-free and consists of story-based immersion, meaning kids will be engaged in a story rather than following along in an exercise video or using controllers to play virtual sports. We provide the unique combination of interactive entertainment with health monitoring that benefits kids, parents, and teachers.
Our total addressable market consists of the 22 million kids in the US who do not get the recommended amount of exercise daily, placing our potential revenue at $1.2 billion. And this is just in the US alone.
We will enter the market by targeting elementary schools and offering our platform for them free of charge for the first world. And we already have 4 launch customers from Santa Barbara and SLO who have committed to providing our platform for their students beginning next month. And we also have interest from the president of Baywood Elementary's Parent-Teacher Association.
And in 2022, we will reach our parent audience by leveraging social media, vlogs, and YouTube. We will utilize Madison's already well-established YouTube channel with over 20 million views, where 40% of the audience is in our target parent demographic.
And in phase 3, we will continue to partner with elementary schools as well as larger entertainment properties and pediatricians. And we aren't starting from ground zero, as we already have relationships with these various companies, pediatricians, and school districts.
And we have a strong, cohesive team with a diverse set of skills to bring our plans to action. I'm Sarah, the CEO with a business degree in information systems. I'm a personal trainer and an aerial yoga instructor with a background of 18 years in dance. So I'm extremely passionate about inspiring people to love exercise and to care about their mental and physical health.
And I'm Madison, the president and CMO, and I have years of business experience founding a kids charity, marketing and collaborating on my YouTube channel with popular brands such as DreamWorks, and working as a kids gymnastics coach. I'm extremely passionate about improving the lives of kids.
We also have a talented game developer, game designer, and graphic artist, all who are enthusiastic about our company and have years of experience in the industry. Along with our great team, we have a phenomenal group of well-seasoned advisors with experience in the business, tech, and education industries.
And we already had a beta version that we tested with over 500 students, and the outcome was incredible. The kids were so excited to save the world from pirates, they couldn't contain themselves. And 90% of these 500 students said they had fun, and days after, they kept asking to save the world again and again.
With this traction and momentum under our belt, we are confident in our growth strategy. After working with a school in our first year to build out our product and selling to parents, we will launch our school version in 2023, and we will start producing a revenue at 10,000 subscribed users. And in 2025, we will target larger companies with intent to collaborate, which would place our projected revenue at 25 million. But to do this, we need your help. We have already raised $25K and incorporated as a C Corp, and we are seeking further funding. The production of our first world, which will consist of 6 episodes, will cost $100,000. With the cost of marketing through phase 2 and protecting our intellectual property, that puts us at a need for investment of $200,000 to get us through our first year. We are also seeking advisors with knowledge and expertise in the kids' fitness and tech industries.
With your help, we are confident that we will foster a community where kids are excited about fitness. With the opportunity to be a part of any world of their interest, create their own avatars, and become the heroes of their own stories, kids' dreams will come to life through the power of play.
Saving the world.
Seeking adventure.
Enjoying exercise.
This is how we are empowering kids.
Thank you so much. We'd love to talk to you. Please feel free to come by our booth to play our demo game.
All right, awesome job, Team PowerMove. Super stoked about that team. We've been working with them for quite some time. They also, 2 years ago, came into the hatchery as a force to be reckoned with, embracing entrepreneurial possibility, and the sky is the limit. All right, so it's funny how it does it to me and not the teams. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, so our next team is led by two BMed students who are a formidable force. They are looking and launching a company, building a digital health platform to help physicians provide care to new moms during the postpartum period. An important critical point for new mothers. And I can tell you, this is from my own personal experience with my wife, and through that period and that time of care, this is an important venture. We're gonna hear from Christina Gregorian and Camila Mancini with Team 4Mom Care. Let's give them a round of applause.
Hi, my name is Christina Gregorian,
And my name is Camila Mancini.
and we are the 2 biomedical engineers behind 4Mom Care, the smart way to manage postpartum care.
Postpartum recovery is an intense 12-month mental and physical healing process that new moms go through after they give birth. During this time, simple tasks like taking a shower and getting a good night's sleep become a luxury. Many women are struggling with exhaustion, anxiety, and feelings of isolation while still managing medical complications from their delivery, all on top of taking care of a new baby.
Childbirth is amazing, but the sad truth is that the months following will be some of the most difficult times in a new mother's life. We've watched a lot of our family and friends have kids, and there's always so much excitement and anticipation surrounding pregnancy and childbirth. But we're both also biomedical engineers and view healthcare through a critical lens.
The reality is that there's a gap in care in postpartum space, and as 2 women who one day hope to be mothers, we have made it our mission to fix this issue, both for our future selves and for mothers everywhere. We imagine a world where moms get the support they need and physicians are able to spend time with the patients who need them most.
In the months leading up to birth, mothers are seeing their physicians every week, but once they deliver, the only medical attention they receive happens 6 weeks later.
And we're not the only ones noticing how big of an issue this is. We've spoken to over 300 postpartum moms who desperately felt like they needed more medical support.
Unfortunately, this gap in medical care is more often than not deadly.
The World Health Organization estimates that more than half of maternal deaths happen after birth, not at the time of delivery, with 66% of those being due to preventable causes. In cases like these, if women had just seen a medical professional sooner, they would still be here with us.
And as two women, we really don't like these odds. So why is this the case when we live in a country with advanced medical care and technology?
Through our research, we found that the problem starts with the healthcare system. OBGYNs recognize there's a gap in care, and they want to do more for their patients, but they're limited by time and budget.
Physicians are bombarded with on average 70 phone calls and messages a day from new moms asking for help regarding their recovery. It takes them about 3 hours a day to respond to these messages, which over the course of a year adds up to over 800 hours of unbillable time and over $400,000 in lost revenue for every physician.
And while these physicians are struggling to manage their workload, women with high-risk needs are having to wait longer for care. And so this is where we come in. 4Mom is a next-generation digital health platform that gives moms what they want: a combination of science-backed data and a human touch when it comes to their postpartum care. We found a way to give this to moms while also automating processes for physicians.
4Mom is technology with empathy. Our friendly 4Mom digital nurse helps patients answer their own questions by connecting them with data from our medically backed database. For patients who may need more help, we're able to connect them with a range of medical professionals from lactation to pelvic floor functionists and mental health experts who are all as passionate about postpartum care as we are.
Our vision is to be a one-stop shop for postpartum care, to be that support system that moms can keep in their back pocket. Now imagine this. It's almost 10 p.m. and our new mom, Amanda, is exhausted and experiencing pain and soreness from breastfeeding. She logs onto our platform, submits her health question, and instantly receives the appropriate response from our digital nurse. She no longer has to scramble on the internet trying to find answers. She has the information she needs when she needs it. And if it's not enough, we then escalate her question and connect her to a medical professional at the touch of a button.
For new moms, we provide concise, medically backed information, as well as access to a range of medical professionals who can help with any questions they may have as they navigate their recovery, all with little to no wait time, so new moms can get back on their feet as soon as possible.
And for physicians, we help them better support moms through their postpartum recovery by taking on a huge part of their workload. We triage patient questions on their behalf, and based on severity, escalate care for high-risk patients. This time savings allows doctors to see high-risk patients sooner and increases the amount of in-person appointments that they can actually bill for. Overall, our partnership helps reduce negative health outcomes for their patients.
Our business operates as a subscription service, with moms as our users and physician groups as our customers.
For physician groups, we charge a subscription fee based on their practice size. Practice managers, who normally make buying decisions, are incentivized to purchase access to our platform in order to help manage their workload. The postpartum health space is a new market with many women entrepreneurs leading innovation in the space. While there are no direct competitors, there are various companies that share commonalities with us.
There are currently a number of medical companies working to provide on-demand medical care, but they very often are not postpartum focused and also tend to replace a mother's physician instead of bringing these experts into the conversation. 4Mom Care is the only company working to provide postpartum focused, medically backed, on-demand medical attention that works with physicians a mom trusts most.
Despite being a new market, the postpartum digital health space is booming. The US digital maternal health market is valued at a whopping $1.8 billion. We are looking to corner a portion of this market valued at $140 million, targeted at physician groups, and with massive potential for growth.
This is an exciting time to be investing in the maternal digital health space. In 2019 alone, the US femtech industry received over $250 million in venture funding.
To begin, we've identified 10 key cities where OBGYNs are critically strained. In these cities, there's a high birth rate and a low number of OBGYNs. Physician groups in these regions will serve as our early adopters and beta testers because we know they're especially strained on time and resources.
Our growth plan begins with building out the first version of our platform by the end of this year. We then plan to launch within key cities in California and use medical networks to expand to key states. In 2023, we will be incorporating telemedicine into our platform, which opens up a new revenue stream of selling directly to new moms.
We're a new company and we have gained traction fast. Our team is working hard to make our vision a reality. We recently received our first grant funding and have used this money to create the base version of our product.
We will be expanding our team and raising our first round of pre-seed funding, and you can help us reach our goals. We are currently looking for introductions to medical experts and physician groups, so if you know anyone interested in working with For Mom Care, please connect with us. Looking forward, we will be raising our first round of pre-seed funding to fund our marketing, medical content development, and web development needs.
For Mom's future is bright. We both hold a strong technical engineering background, as well as a combined 6 years of industry experience at major biotech companies. Not to mention, our advisor, Jesse Becker-Alexander, has over 10 years of experience at a maternal health startup that recently sold for $240 million. We know we're the right team to get For Mom into the hands of women everywhere.
Please connect with us and stop by our booth today to learn more about how you can get involved with For Mom Care. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for our first group of teams. Awesome job For Mom Care. I know they're going to help a lot of OBGYNs and a lot of moms, and that's important. All right, so now we're going to take a brief intermission, and we request that you please join us back in here at 5:45. And we're going to take just a 10-minute brief intermission and be ready to kick off our next batch of pitches here at 5:45. Thank you so much.
Startups are everything.
If we see nothing else, it's that change is happening faster and faster, and any type of change creates opportunity.
We have designed the programs to address a need.
We do it in a really supportive, collaborative way.
You have the option to be an entrepreneur. Oftentimes, these company builders, they change the world and they make a difference and they make an impact.
The CIE provides our community with a number of resources that are designed to help those entrepreneurs and smaller businesses and scale-up companies have the resources that they need to be successful and really create the kind of economic activity within our communities that are really critically important.
The CIE plays a really key role in building a healthy community. I mean, you need big companies, you need small companies, you need growing companies. And through all of our programs, we support all of them.
When you guys run into obstacles in entrepreneurship, what motivates you to keep going?
The obstacles themselves are a motivator. They're something to be pushed through. A problem to figure out is an important part of growing our business.
I think it makes me think more creatively, for sure. When there's obstacles, it's like, okay, well, here's a new chance to apply myself.
Yeah, and also the idea of just like solving it together. When one person faces a challenge, like it's not, hey, you have that problem, you're stuck with it, right? No, like we come collectively together to find what's best or to encourage each other, to push each other forward.
We really understand each other on a deeper level, and we really trust each other. So we're able to understand each other's fears and motivate each other.
What motivates me to keep going is that the purpose of entrepreneurship is to fail fast, fail early. You make small mistakes, you learn from them, you move on. So I'm excited to be in a space where making mistakes isn't like end all be all.
We all have the same values and what this means to us, and we're gonna help each other no matter what.
Does this sound familiar? You have an idea for an innovative product, service, or startup plan.
You're looking for the chance to showcase your idea, generate interest in your innovation, and win cash prizes.
Well, with the CIE elevator pitch competition, you can do just that. Hi, I'm a student.
I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm an innovator.
And I'm the 2019 elevator pitch competition winner. If you're a Cal Poly, Cuesta, or Allen Hancock student with a product, service, or startup idea, trust me, the CIE elevator pitch competition is the competition for you.
Open to students of all majors with ideas at any stage of development. The elevator pitch competition is a fast-paced, high-energy event.
Where students are given 90 seconds to pitch their innovative idea for the chance to win up to $1,000.
So what are you waiting for?
Apply
today for your chance to win big!
Wilson Sonsini is the leading law firm representing innovative technology and life sciences companies and the investors that fund them. Our attorneys have seen countless ventures launch with little more than a promising idea and the passion of their founders grow into highly successful, mature companies. And we have been there to help lead and guide them during the process. Our team values the relationships we've established with entrepreneurs, startups, and investors throughout the venture community and beyond. We are very excited to again be a program sponsor for this year's Demo Day, celebrating innovative products and entrepreneurial efforts.
As entrepreneurs, challenges are inevitable. Issues are accounted for. Hurdles are expected. Even the unexpected obstacles are expected. That's why resilience is everything. You don't stop when a door closes. You find the open one. You don't quit when you're told no. You find the yes. And you don't give up when something seems off. You pivot. Because us entrepreneurs, us innovators, we're resilient. We see issues as motivation. We see hurdles as ways to jump higher. And we see obstacles as signposts guiding us where we need to go next. There's a reason we're called forward thinkers. It's not just because we think into the future. It's because we're always thinking about moving forward. We don't just think about moving forward. We actually move forward. We go. We do. We work. We stay resilient. Because when things seem hard, confusing, impossible, or unprecedented, we remember what brought us here. We remind ourselves that on the other side of these hurdles is the reason we started. Regardless of what life throws our way, the reason we started is the same reason why startups don't stop. Because us entrepreneurs, us innovators, We are resilient.
So the Innovation Sandbox is a lot of things. First and foremost, like a really creative space to kind of energize campus on creating stuff and teaching people how to create stuff, and that's people from all over campus. The resources that are used here are the 3D printing, two VR systems, Oculus and Vive. We have a tabletop CNC, a vinyl cutter, a laser cutter. We really create an avenue for people to like learn about this technology and then to use it in a safe and productive way. And all the services that we provide for Cal Poly students are free of charge for anybody. So our workshops are a place for students to come learn about some of the software or technology that we have so that they can learn how to use our space in a more productive way. The other really cool thing is the ideation grant. It's basically a way for students to fund ideas that are outside of their classic curriculum or education.
Hi, I'm Matt Bresnahan, and I'm a partner at Wilson Sonsini. Wilson Sonsini is again very happy to be sponsoring the CIE Demo Day this year again. I am a Cal Poly class of 2004 graduate from the biochemistry department. And in fact, 20 years ago this month, I was arriving on campus as a freshman. So very much happy to continue to be involved with the Demo Day and wish the best of luck to everybody.
The funding I've received from the CIE has helped me jumpstart my business in so many ways.
It has given me the opportunity to pursue my passions.
It has allowed me to embrace my entrepreneurial spirit.
It has helped me to design and develop a product that can change the world.
It has given me access to the supplies,
people,
marketing,
distribution,
and everything else that I've needed
in order to get to where I am today.
I get to live and work in the place I love.
With the people I love.
Doing what I love.
All because of your support.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For believing in my company.
For believing in my vision.
And most of all, for believing in me.
We live in a world where startups are everything.
If we see nothing else, it's that change is happening faster and faster, and any type of change creates opportunity.
We have designed the programs to address a need.
We do it in a really supportive, collaborative way.
You have the option to be an entrepreneur. Oftentimes, these company builders, they change the world and they make a difference and they make an impact.
The CIE provides our community with a number of resources that are designed to help those entrepreneurs and smaller businesses and scale-up companies have the resources that they need to be successful and really create the kind of economic activity within our communities that are really critically important.
The CIE plays a really key role in building a healthy community. I mean, you need big companies, you need small companies, you need growing companies. And through all of our programs, we support all of them.
When you guys run into obstacles in entrepreneurship, what motivates you to keep going?
The obstacles themselves are a motivator. They're something to be pushed through. A problem to figure out is an important part of growing our business.
I think it makes me think more creatively, for sure. When there's obstacles, it's like, okay, well, here's a new chance to apply myself.
Yeah, and also the idea of just like solving it together. When one person faces a challenge, like it's not, hey, you have that problem, you're stuck with it, right? No, like we come collectively together to find what's best or to encourage each other, and push each other forward.
We really understand each other on a deeper level, and we really trust each other. So we're able to understand each other's fears and motivate each other.
What motivates me to keep going is that the purpose of entrepreneurship is to fail fast, fail early. You make small mistakes, you learn from them, you move on. So I'm excited to be in a space where making mistakes isn't like end all be all.
We all have the same values and what this means to us, and we're gonna help each other no matter what.
Does this sound familiar? You have an idea for an innovative product, service, or startup plan.
You're looking for the chance to showcase your idea, generate interest in your innovation, and win cash prizes.
Well, the CIE elevator pitch competition, you can do just that.
Hi, I'm a student.
I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm an innovator.
And I'm the 2019 elevator pitch competition winner. If you're a Cal Poly, Cuesta, or Allen Hancock student with a product, service, or startup idea, trust me, the CIE elevator pitch competition is the competition for you.
Open to students of all majors with ideas at any stage of development. The elevator pitch competition is a fast-paced, high-energy event.
Where students are given 90 seconds to pitch their innovative idea for the chance to win up to $1,000.
So what are you waiting for?
Apply today for your chance to win big.
Wilson Sonsini is the leading law firm representing innovative technology and life sciences companies and the investors that fund them. Our attorneys have seen countless ventures launch with little more than a promising idea and the passion of their founders grow into highly successful, mature companies. And we have been there to help lead and guide them during the process. Our team values the relationships we've established with entrepreneurs, startups, and investors throughout the venture community and beyond. We are very excited to again be a program sponsor for this year's Demo Day, celebrating innovative products and entrepreneurial efforts.
As entrepreneurs, challenges are inevitable. Issues are accounted for. Hurdles are expected. Even the unexpected obstacles are expected. That's why resilience is everything. You don't stop when a door closes. You find the open one. You don't quit when you're told no. You find the yes. And you don't give up when something seems off. You pivot. Because us entrepreneurs, us innovators, we're resilient. We see issues as motivation. We see hurdles as ways to jump higher. And we see obstacles as signposts guiding us where we need to go next. There's a reason.
All right. We're going to go ahead and kick off the second portion, the second batch of startups. All right, everybody, if you're excited to hear from our next group of teams, let's get a round of applause. All right, the next team you're going to hear from is S2 Monitoring Solutions. And it's led by a formidable team of engineers who are ready to bring solar panel monitoring on maintenance and performance to solar panel owners across the U.S. And we're going to hear from Fernando Estevez with Team S2. Let's welcome Fernando to the stage.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Fernando Esteves, and I'm the CEO of S2 Monitoring Solutions. S2 is a smart monitoring service that gives the solar panel owners a true hands-off experience by tracking their solar production and automatically scheduling maintenance when necessary. Dirty or soiled solar panels is the greatest avoidable performance loss in PV systems. Soiling is the Achilles heel of the solar industry, where every single solar installation in the world has this issue. And with larger system sizes, soiling translates to real financial losses. The worst part about this is that not many solar panel owners know when their solar systems are underperforming. According to our research, factors such as dirt and pollen, wildfire ashes, morning dew, and mildew are key contributors to an electricity reduction by 7 to 20%. These losses are especially troubling because there's a missed opportunity in maximizing the clean energy installed on your roof and reduce the amount of carbon footprint that is made when pulling electricity from the grid. Typically, solar panel owners at most clean their solar systems twice a year, where they don't even know if their local conditions justify increasing or decreasing the frequencies of their cleanings. According to the US Department of Energy, electricity is the second largest expense for US schools. In fact, schools are spending $8 billion on energy each year. Schools are a great segment for us because they have very large system arrays that are underperforming, and schools are always looking for ways to save some money. State governments have been incentivizing more schools to transition over to solar, whereas the number of schools have increased by 81% in the last 5 years. Our target customers are the 1,540 K-12 schools in the United States who have solar. Since California has been incentivized to be the nation's leading solar state, we'll be using California as a way to step into the school solar industry. Let's take a look at a local high school that we've done some analysis on. San Luis Obispo High School has a 2,400 panel size array. And with this larger system size, if we apply some soiling losses to it, we see real financial losses ranging from $44,000 lost per year to about $111,000 lost per year because of soiling. With these type of savings, this is enough to pay the entire teacher's salary. So what does S2 have to offer? S2's main goal is to reduce how much money you're spending on electricity generation. To do this, we're developing a data analytics model that constantly monitors your solar production and automatically schedules a maintenance when our algorithm deems necessary. We call this our smart monitoring solution. So, how does our smart monitoring solution work? To do this, we grab your local weather data, followed by irradiance and solar production data. We cross-reference this to our predictive solar production algorithm and make an educated conclusion as to how often you should clean your solar panels. To take it one step even further, we'll automatically schedule a maintenance for you, so all you have to do is just enjoy your solar production. S2 offers our users a smart dashboard. Through this dashboard, they're able to see some key metrics such as their health of their solar systems, how much money they're losing due to soiling, and how power production correlates to neighboring school systems. With our constant monitoring solution paired with text and email alerts, we'll notify you when your solar panels are underperforming. With a click of a button, we'll send out a local cleaner to you at your convenience with minimal hands-off involvement. As of now, we have a launch addressable market opportunity valued at $154 million, where we plan to serve all 1,540 K-12 schools in the United States. We then plan on serving all schools in the United States who have solar, which is valued at $733 million. And finally, our total addressable market is valued at $13 billion, where we plan on serving all US schools. The beauty about our solution is that we're not just limited to schools. Our real total addressable market is anybody in the small to medium commercial buildings who have solar systems. In terms of the competition, NovaSource is our main competitor, but they're focusing their resources in other areas such as large-scale commercial, industrial, and utility-scale solar panels. Fraxon, on the other hand, Fraxon has a hardware solution that's intrusive, meaning they have to install an additional piece of hardware on top of the solar panel's existing array. On the other hand, S2 is a non-intrusive peer software solution where we will deploy our soiling algorithm and automatically schedule maintenance when we deem necessary. We see the value in the school solar market and plan to capitalize as the main competitors in this market. And we're just getting started. As of now, at S2, we're working hard to complete our software development by November 2021. We then plan on establishing key partnerships with 1 or 2 K-12 schools and begin our piloted program where we'll deploy our solution on top of their existing softwares. And lastly, after the validation phase, we will then secure additional partnering schools by the end of June of 2021. The data analytics model that we're creating is quite complex, as solar production is always changing due to the dynamics in weather and solar radiation. Our team of 3 Cal Poly engineers are working hard to solve this problem. We have Paul and myself working on the software development, while Russell works on creating key relationships for our business. Our core team has 2 main advisors who have industry experience in business and solar, where they have been advising us to make key connections to schools, districts in California. To continue our momentum, we need your help. We understand the value of your guys' extended network, and we would love for you guys to connect to us to any school districts that you guys may know. Please, if you want to learn more about our vision, come talk to us at our booth or visit s2monitoring.com. Thank you.
All right, our next team is led by Zishan Khan and Yvette Avalos. They're with Team Zoetic Motion, and they're working on a comprehensive platform to bring physical therapy into the home and help patients get on the path and stay on the path to full recovery. Let's hear it for Zishan and the team at Zoetic Motion.
Hi, I'm Zishan Khan, CEO and co-founder of Zoetic Motion. Growing up, I got hurt a lot. From tissue tears to breaks, I found myself in a lot of consistent pain and in constant rounds of physical therapy. By the time I was 13, I became a regular at my physical therapy clinic, having completed 3 programs over 3 years for 1 injury. Why? I never did my homework. It was too painful and too boring. It took me 3 tries at physical therapy to truly realize the importance of completing my at-home exercises, mainly because my physical therapist started checking in on me outside of the clinic to make sure I was doing my work. But they can't do this for everyone. There are 20 million people in the United States currently attending physical therapy, leading to an expenditure of $40 billion. Yet, 1 in 3 people claim that after their therapy program, they're unsatisfied or still in pain. And this is due to a variety of reasons, but most oftenly noted are cost, limited access to therapy sessions, and their own busy schedule. For the people in this physical therapy program, it's very important for them to adhere to their at-home schedule. As the new backbone of comprehensive physical therapy, Zoetic gives people the power to heal at home. We improve patient adherence by reducing the boring, procrastinating behavior involved with at-home physical therapy by incentivizing our users and rewarding them for their progress. Our solution comes in 3 major growth waves in terms of technology. First, the Zoetic Integrated Therapy Platform, an all-software solution which connects the client and the care provider to allow them to monitor progress and use live visual tracking with your phone or computer's built-in camera. Additionally, we will launch the Zoetic Coach, which is a supplement to the Zoetic software. This coach will allow you to train with Zoetic's platform using existing equipment like light dumbbells or an exercise bike. And finally, we launch Zoetech, your smart, recovery-based workout partner, fully equipped with sensors, cameras, and integrated strength building equipment to help you recover and stay on your recovery journey. Our initial target customers are those who are currently undergoing total hip or total knee replacement surgery in the United States. Right now, there are 1 million people currently undergoing this total joint replacement surgery, and they're only given 3 months of physical therapy. However, the standard journey to care is 1 to 2 years long. Our total available market consists of the $40 billion that's addressed to the United States rehabilitation market. Our serviceable available market is the 60% of those patients in physical therapy attending for musculoskeletal or MSK injuries. And finally, to get our serviceable obtainable market, we have taken a look at those who are currently in therapy for a total hip or total knee replacement surgery. Zoetic is at the intersection of 3 major growing markets: telehealth, remote patient monitoring, and at-home fitness. These markets are growing rapidly, but physical therapy is still behind. Zoetic aims to harness these markets to not only focus the attention of the PT to the client, but to assist the client on their recovery journey so that they can recover stronger and longer. 3 of our closest competitors are Kaya, Hinge, and Sword Health. These companies are focused on addressing chronic back and joint pain while working with insurance employer-sponsored plans. However, all of these companies are limited to the virtual setting. Zoetic aims to solve this problem. We also see potential partnerships with companies in the at-home physical therapy space, such as Tonal, Mirror, and Peloton. These companies have robust and increasing business models for us to build upon. However, they're focused in the fitness and wellness realm. Our revenue model consists of partnerships with physical therapists to offer them a pay-per-patient subscription model, which enables them to be connected to their clients. And using that, they would be able to access the Zoetic Integrated Therapy Platform, where the client can see corrective, guided exercises, and the physical therapist can monitor their progress at home and give them advice if there's any lulls in their progress. Additionally, for clients who have completed their physical therapy and are looking to continue to maintain their process of regaining strength, they're allowed to continue to use the Zoetic platform at home. And we are working towards making the Zoetic platform an insurance billable cost, as there is precedence in the remote therapy monitoring space. To get Zoetic to the market, we plan on partnering with physical therapists here in San Luis Obispo to truly learn the ins and outs of their workflow and understand how they work on individualizing the care process. Additionally, we see another potential partnership with provider networks, those who are the in-between of physical therapists and insurance companies, as another potential avenue for customers. And finally, we are making sure that the Zoetic platform integrates the major insurance providers so that there aren't any additional documentation needs. Our team of diverse and experienced engineers is excited to take on this challenge. With experience in software, hardware, biomedical, and mechanical engineering, we are looking forward to take on this challenge. Also, we have one common goal: to help you recover. Our advisory board consists of those who have successful medtech exits, and we are currently looking for a physical therapist to join our advisory board to help guide the Zoetic team. If you're interested in learning more about Zoetic, come stop by our booth, check out our demo, and learn how Zoetic can truly empower your recovery. Thank you.
Great job. All right. Our next team is led by Tessa Lozoriaga. and they're working on an immersive solution using VR technology to recreate the engineering lab. Together with her team, they're on a mission to bring an immersive experience to students and professors and stakeholders throughout the US and starting right here at Cal Poly. Let's give it up for Tessa and her team at OdinXR.
Hi, I'm Tessa from OdinXR. I'm a fourth-year electrical engineering student, and I've actually helped teach classes myself. And I've definitely said, trust me, I'm an engineer, with the exact same confidence and results we're all thinking. Because I share a natural curiosity that all engineers have. It's what's driven myself and my predecessors to our innovation. But in our early student days, it doesn't always result in that. Quite often, it results in us breaking something. And in my case, it was when I went to work on the electrical system for my car, and I said to my roommate, trust me, I'm an engineer. He knew to immediately follow me into the garage so that he can start helping as soon as the sparks started flying. Him and I both knew there was no how to troubleshoot a car class in college. And when we look at why something like that isn't offered today, it's because colleges are currently struggling to even offer space for core engineering equipment. And even when they do have that space, some processes are just simply too dangerous to put a student in themselves because they can harm themselves or the equipment. And if they do break something, there's not always yearly budget allocations to replace that equipment. So professors are actually having to instill a sense of fear into their students, just so that they can teach tomorrow's classes. But with new and emerging technologies, such as virtual reality, we no longer have to be bound by the physical world. Introducing OdinXR's World Tree, where we're providing students hands-on interactions with digital simulations of engineering equipment and components. And we've even added in a fun warning system that lets students know when they've made a mistake and encourages them. At OdinXR, we're providing the next generation of labs so that students can finally say, trust me, I'm an engineer, with the same confidence as their industry counterparts. Because we've given them a space where they can upload any lesson plan that they need to and conduct any experiment that they need to, as many times, no matter how many times that they fail. Because what happens in VR stays in VR. And for the price of one basic electronics lab, you can actually offer over 100 students their own VR headsets and our VR software for a full year. At OdinXR, we're combining the beauty of an in-person lab with its realistic response and intuitive setup with the safety of a PC simulation. And we're always encouraging students to work on the industry standard technology and play with it until it breaks. And we're starting with electrical engineering because they have those dangerous processes as they're always working with electricity, something we can't always see. And they're working on high-cost equipment that is also very easy to break. And when their job is to look at a circuit board like this and point to the exact area of problem, I'm sure we can all agree how a first-year engineering student, this might be a difficult or even daunting task. And we've already partnered with Cal Poly electrical engineering professors to provide our winter pilot lab with. And once we can prove that we've made a system that works for one of the most hands-on, learn-by-doing schools in the US, we're going to be partnering with other large polytechnic colleges who have already identified the need for VR technology in their classrooms today, but are currently struggling to offer adequate teaching solutions for that VR technology. Because the VR tech market is very new and growing fast right now, currently evaluated at $12 billion with a compound aggregated growth rate of 43%. This really is a new and emerging technological landscape ripe with opportunity. And with 50,000 engineering students in the US today, OdinXR, with our per-seat subscription model, stands to make $28 million a year with just one discipline. But we're not a company just about one discipline. We want to solve this problem for all 600,000 engineers in the US today, starting next with 150,000 in mechanical engineering. And because we've made this on an open sandbox where anyone can upload their lesson plans, we're actually positioning ourselves to work with industry training as well, servicing both the engineer in school and the engineer in the industry. Over the next 5 years, we'll be conducting our pilot lab, which is scheduled to end at the middle of 2022. From there, we'll then be acquiring our second partner college in the middle of 2023 as we grow our electronics library. After which, we'll be then incorporating our mechanical engineering library by 2025 and growing in our user base to an estimated 100,000 users by 2026 with a yearly revenue of $43 million. We're engineers who love to tinker ourselves and are passionate about solving this problem in VR. And so we've partnered with advisors who have already shown success in the VR and EdTech industry, as well as professors who have already identified the need for our solution in their classrooms today and are actively working with us to solve this problem. But you can help us too, because we're currently raising $200,000 in pre-seed funding as we conduct our pilot launch and grow into our next college. $80,000 of which will be going to our sales and marketing as we go to trade shows, and $120,000 will be spent on developing our VR software. We're also, and although our alpha launch is currently closed, we're actively looking for engineering programs excited to join us for our beta launch, which will be happening at the end of 2022. And remember, you can trust me. I'm an engineer. Thank you. Do I get to?
All right. Last but certainly not least, our next team is led by Morgan Swanson. They are building a comprehensive management, maintenance, and measurement tool to help farmers reduce the downtime of their critical farm equipment. This team is off to the races in ag tech, ready to make things happen. Let's hear it for Morgan Swanson and the team at TractorCloud.
Thanks, Jose. Man, it's great to be here on the demo day stage with all you guys. I'm Morgan, and I'm the CEO and founder of TractorCloud. And we're bridging the gap between tractors and the people that manage them with real-time analytics. Oh, there's the title slide, everyone, TractorCloud. And I'm guessing that not many of you have had this problem. A tractor going down on a Friday afternoon. Well, let me tell you all a story about what happened to me. I was doing some research here at the Cal Poly Dairy, and the feed tractor broke down. Well, okay, actually, I broke the tractor. And so I had this hardware unit, this prototype, and a loose wire shorted out the electrical system on this tractor. And the person that I had to tell was Craig, the operations manager. And he's smiling here. He was not smiling when I told him about his tractor. It's not hard to understand why, right? Like, when a critical piece of equipment like that goes down, operations grind to a halt. Money is lost and time is wasted while they wait for a fix. And in Craig's case, he had to wait hours for someone to come and bring him a spare tractor just so his cows could have their evening meal. And so, as a team, we spent hundreds of hours talking to farms and visiting their operations in order to understand what goes into equipment downtime. And we found that enterprise farms actually have the biggest problem, and that's because they have massive scale. They have hundreds of vehicles in their fleet, and they're farming hundreds of thousands of acres of land, so dozens of tractors fail every single day on their farm. They scramble to handle these issues, and they don't have like a system in place to scalably deal with this problem, okay? So what happens instead is that they're scrambling to handle them. And right now, what they're trying to do to solve it is they're buying software. The problem is this is the software they're buying. Generic solutions, and this is legacy software that's not built for farming at all. And so the problems that they're facing is that they have to switch between all these applications just to get like their basic work done, and this leaves them exhausted and overwhelmed by the end of the day. And to make matters worse, how do you think they get data between these applications? Paper forms. So they process hundreds of paper forms every day within their farm shop. Clearly, this is a big problem. What if what they really, really need is just an easy way to collect all of that tractor data that they're using, store it in one location, and then make it available to the people that need it the most so that they can fix tractors quicker, manage their operation better, and leverage modern analytics to discover new insights to improve their processes. What's unique about our product is that we start at the source. Our data logger collects mission-critical data directly from the tractor's diagnostic port. And when it's time for a repair, that data is put to use. Mechanics that are in the shop and in the field can use our handheld application to see the status of every tractor, and they can see the information they need to triage these tractors remotely. And as issues are handled, that status is updated so everyone can see what's going on. While this is important, the true power of TractorCloud is our AI analytics. We can discover new insights from this data that farmers didn't even know is possible. We can forecast their part needs, estimate time to repair, and we can predict failures before they happen. So as an equipment manager, now you can see all your tractors in one dashboard from your office and in real time. This is what our product looks like. And so we're charging farms for each vehicle and each user. And we're doing that using land and expand. So what this means is that we can sell farms a small portion of equipment for their most critical harvest equipment. And then over time, once they see the value of our product, they can buy more units and more licenses over time. So once we've fully equipped a farm, the average deal size can be over $250,000. And remember, this is a service business, so we anticipate making that deal every single year. But if you look at the value, just a 2% increase in efficiency of the tractor fleet will net the farm over $2 million in savings. That's an almost 10x return on investment. Growing food is one of the largest markets out there, and we're starting in California, the largest producing agriculture state. And we're looking at the largest farms that have one concentrated repair shop, because they're the ones that have the biggest issues with downtime and with scaling, right? And achieving success in this market is what we need in order to open up larger markets with even larger farms that have distributed operations across the whole United States. If you look at the number of tractors globally, the total opportunity is estimated at $18 billion. And so we're starting with a design partner, J.G. Boswell. They are one of the largest farms in California. They make over $500 million in revenue every year. And so they're going to be our first pilot program next year. And we're also looking at additional farms to add to our pilot programs, like Taylor Farms and Grimway Farms. When we're ready to launch, we're going to take a product-led approach. We're going to generate demand at trade shows, and we're going to partner with equipment rental companies. So this means that the tractors will already come with our product, and all these potential customers will be able to see what our product does and then decide to buy it. While there are plenty of companies out there that are improving the efficiency of the farm, and a few of them that collect tractor data, none of them share our unique approach to the problem. See, we are the only product that connects that machine data to the farm shop to create one central source of truth for the tractor fleet. And we are the team with the broad technological experience necessary to bring this product to market. I spent 3 years managing the tractor hacking organization here at Cal Poly, and the prototype that I built was the inspiration for starting this company. And my partner, Roxy, she has worked at Apple and has the experience necessary to bridge the gap between the customer and the development team. And finally, my partner, Harrison, has the operations experience necessary to keep us focused on the most important objectives and removing key obstacles to our success. And our team of advisors have proven success in ag tech. Greg helps us with technical sales, Russ with connections, and Renee, well, he helps us with go-to-market and building our business. We're on track to start our pilot programs next year, and we anticipate earning $1 million in annual revenue by the end of 2023. So we've started building our prototypes, but we're raising money to finish our MVP and to roll out these pilot programs. If we can achieve the ROI that we think we can, that will position us perfectly for a seed round to launch our product. Listen, we believe that data analytics can rapidly increase the innovation rate of agriculture, just like how it's done for every single other industry for the past 10 years. Now, TractorCloud is a critical step towards that future, and now is the time to get involved. If you see value in helping us help the next generation of innovative farmers level up their businesses with data, please reach out. Come see us at our booth. We can see how far we've come with our product and meet our awesome team. So to everyone here and everyone on virtual, thank you very much for being a part of this awesome event.
All right, let's hear it again for our 9 startups. It's been an absolute joy for us to work with these amazing founders and teams. And thank you again to all of our mentors, EIRs, all of our supporters at the CIE. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to John Townsend, Executive Director at the CIE, for some closing remarks. Thank you again.
Thank you, everybody, and they will be brief. I know everybody's kind of chomping at the bit to get out there and talk with some of the teams at their booths. You may notice there are 10 tables out there. We've had 9 teams pitching. The 10th team is actually a team of high school students from Patino High School in Fresno. Let me tell you a little bit of the story about our relationship with them. Patino is an entrepreneurship magnet school in Fresno, and the students that attend that school select to go there. And it's a prerequisite that they launch a business before they graduate. And we've collaborated with these folks, the administrators and the teachers and the faculty at Patino for over 4 years now, when we got together in San Luis Obispo to share some best practices around how do you teach entrepreneurship. At that time, we had a group of students that attended Demo Day when it was in the Fremont Theater. We now have, over the history of Patino, I think we've had 1 student that attended Cal Poly. And one of the things we tried to solve was how can we increase that? If you're teaching entrepreneurship to your students, we'd love to have them continue their education at Cal Poly. I'm proud to announce that this year we have 5 students from Patino that are going to be attending Cal Poly starting Monday. And that is a little under half of the students that applied. So if anybody follows Cal Poly admissions, that's an incredible batting average. In addition, a number of the students qualified for Cal Poly Scholars Financial Support, which is a great program that we were able to pair with some of the generous donations from those that support the CIE. So I'm even more proud to announce that 2 of those students are going to be attending Cal Poly on a full ride scholarship. Yeah. So we have a 3rd scholarship that's awaiting a student from Patino, and I'm looking at the seniors and the juniors in the audience that are going to work hard to come here, please. We have another scholarship rating. I believe we'll be able to even increase beyond that. So please do the hard work. We'll do the work to get the funding for you to attend Cal Poly. Really proud of you. And if everybody would like to spend a few minutes talking with the Patino students out at the booth, they're right smack in the middle. Please join us, and we'll wrap up with the teams outside. We have time for a beer, a beverage, time with the students. So really appreciate you all being here tonight. Thank you very much, and we'll see everybody next year.